Hey you guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit about my spring favorites. Right now it's the evening. I wanted to film with the lighting good, but I couldn't because I was out all day. That goes to show a little bit about my month so far, April, and also spring in general. I've been pretty busy. The sun has come out a lot more and it's made me feel very good. I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of my April or spring favorites. I'm filming this on April 22nd, so it's not technically May yet, but I wanted to film this a little bit early. Also, in the background you're gonna hear things moving. I can't do anything about that, you're just gonna have to excuse that. April has been a really good month. Spring has finally arrived and my friends and I all reunite from university and I get to see them all again. I get to do my hobbies and I feel a lot more energized during the spring from the sun. I tend to fall into a habit when the sun comes out and I seem to be living my life at 100 miles an hour because I feel like if I am not productive or outside enjoying the most of nature, I am wasting my time. Don't get me wrong, nature, my friends and the sunlight gives me strength to power through and continue to have energy. But I always forget how vital it is to also relax as well. So this spring and this April, I've been trying to live a little bit slower. I find it really difficult to do so. Even today, I knew that I was exhausted. I went skating and then I came back and I was like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted, but I need to go outside because the sun is shining. And I was like, resting is also productivity. And I feel like I struggle to remember that, but I'm trying to remember that more now this spring. So in order to kind of live life a bit slower, I've been doing one of my favorite pastimes, which is journaling. I think every month that I live through, I always find journaling to be one of my favorite things. So I don't think that's ever really going to change, but I still wanted to talk about it. If you follow my other channel, it's obviously no secret that I like journaling. I've posted a lot on there about journaling. But I journal pretty much everything and anything. Last year, my journal looked sort of like this. It was more of just writing, less physical, sticking things in, and a lot more emotion. Don't get me wrong, this year I've been journaling my emotions, of course, because that's what makes you a human. But I have been also trying to document more about my life rather than just my headspace. I have been trying to do less writing and more physical, sticking things in. I decided to try drawing and more physical items I've collected. And yeah, I've just been trying to express myself a bit more through things other than words. I've tried to make my writing more meaningful as well in a way. Of course, I also do enjoy just mindlessly writing, but it's also really pleasant to think about what I'm saying with intention. It helps me to write a bit better, and since I'm also constantly trying to write lyrics for the band that I'm in, I can go to my journal for inspiration on lyrics as well. I can take little bits from my journal, stick them together in a more poetic way, and it seems to be a very productive method for me when I'm trying to write lyrics. At least now that I have intention behind what I write rather than just a bunch of random nonsense. I feel a lot of the time I have a lot to say and my journal always tends to listen. I have this channel where I'm talking, I have my other channel where I'm talking, I have diaries, I have a lot on my mind and a lot of things to say clearly. And sometimes I feel as though there's not always an appropriate time to share something with someone without feeling a little bit bothersome. So that's where my journal comes in handy. I like to write in there for those reasons. Recently I bought this pouch and I saw someone online the other day say that they bought one of these and whenever they went on holiday or somewhere new, they decided to collect items and put them in the pouch so that they could put them in their journal when they get back. And I thought this was such a good idea because as I'm filming this, I haven't actually had the chance to use this yet. But when I'm on holiday, I can't find time to journal because I'm constantly doing things and constantly eating food and constantly doing the thing where I feel like I have to do things a million miles an hour. And every time I return to my hotel or my hostel or wherever I'm staying, it's usually to sleep or eat, and that's about it. So I'll let you know how it goes, but I feel like this is a really good idea and I'm excited to fill it up and collect things, and I want to take pictures when I fill it up as well. I think that'll be really fun. So on to music. Obviously I'm listening to music all the time. Since I got a car last year, I haven't really been able to listen to music like I used to. because I used to sort of sit on the bus for hours upon end, like hours every single day. And I used to look at my phone and I would like swipe the songs or like really listen to new ones and really listen to them with my headphones. I feel like that's the best way that you can listen to music is through headphones. But I have not been able to do that because in my car, number one, I don't have surround speakers. I have to use this like tiny little speaker and it's not very good. I mean, it's a pretty good speaker, but it's just like a speaker. It's not like, it doesn't have like surround, I mean, the engine is quite loud. I have an old car. I can't really hear. And I also can't really skip songs or look at the names of songs because I'm driving and I don't have a button to press. So yeah, it's not great. So I have to listen kind of with bad-ish quality, but I mean, like, it's not too bad. Since being in a band, I've been trying to find more things with inspiration. So I've been listening to a lot more shoegaze because I feel like that's probably where we take the most inspiration for our band. And playing live and being in a band has been one of my favorite things to do this spring, but I'll get into that later. I've been diving into it more really with shoegaze. Before I was obviously listening to My Bloody Valentine, How Can You Not? I was also listening to Fleeting Joys. I was also listening to Julie. They have like more of a darker sound. I wouldn't really say that they're like shoegaze. I don't know what to describe them as, but either way, I was taking inspiration from them. I also started listening to Lush and Chapter House a lot. I'm seeing Chapter House this month and I'm so excited. Me and my friends are going to go up and I'm going to do a vlog on it, so keep your eyes peeled. That's really what I've been listening to a lot more of. I feel like before, when I started listening to shoegaze, I found it kind of, this was when I was like 14, I found it kind of like not interesting enough. But I think now as I'm getting older, I'm sort of appreciating it more. I think my music taste comes from like a heavier background. I started listening to like Silverstein, La Dispute, like I still love them, they're my favorite band. But like more heavier stuff with a lot of screaming and a lot of like distorted guitars. This is obviously distortion, but in a different way. So it's cool. I like it. I mess with it a lot. These are some of my favorite songs. And the Fleeting Joys have been a band that I've loved for like 3 years now. My friend got me into them and I'm so glad that she did because they have probably been my biggest inspiration. I think my favorite song is Lake Placid Blue. Yeah, it's a great song. But yeah, also Julie have been a huge inspiration. I know they're not that niche anymore. I think they were kind of niche when I first started, but they're super, super good. I think I want to write sort of more darker sounds because the songs that we've been writing, they're all pretty happy, but like we just started writing this recent one and guys, I feel really good about it. Like I feel like this is going to be my favorite one. Another thing about spring is I played live for the first time, and playing music live is probably one of the best feelings in the world. I knew that it would be fun, but like it was so fun. Like I'm really, really glad that we got to play live. We, practiced a lot, put a lot of effort into the songs that we'd written. And being able to play and perform them live was just like something else, Spending time with my friends and finding inspiration to let myself out creatively is always a good thing. Spring is for change. Spring, everywhere you go, there's going to be new leaves. And I love spring because the difference between spring and summer is that although summer is more full, spring has the new growth, and the growth is like little green leaves that are very fresh and very tender. And it just like makes you feel like you can see such a change from what was before and now what it is and the promise of what's to come. So I feel like as spring comes along and we see all these growing flowers and fresh green, I want to change myself as well. So, you can do that in basic ways like changing the sheets or cleaning your room or dyeing your hair a new color. But I also want to start thinking differently. I feel like a lot of the time I can be pretty negative. I think for a while I was surrounded with pretty negative people, and although being negative is normal and like I'm still not surrounded, but I'm still presented with negativity. And that's normal. And I think it's important to have negativity sometimes. But I feel like whenever something would happen, like negativity is like the first thing that I would go to. Like someone cuts me off, I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like yelling at these guys. And then I'm like, what if I just slow down and go, no worries. It's probably not intentional. Let me just back off and I'll be okay. And I'm glad that everybody's safe and that everything's fine. thinking like that is really, really hard for me. I find it very difficult. But this spring, I want to do that. So that's one of my goals. I haven't like been implementing it a huge amount, but I've been trying, and I've been trying to do it with my friends and stuff. For change as well, I can get in a bit of a headspace where I feel like I'm in a rut. I've kind of redone my room this spring. So before I had a single bed, now I have a double bed, which is really nice. I bought like new sheets, new pillows, and guys, you will not believe how expensive that is. That is probably cost me like £500 to get like new stuff for my bed. I got a mattress topper, different sheets, different pillows, and like things that just made me feel good. And I got like a bunch of candles just to like make my space feel nice. And for some reason I hadn't done that because I felt like it was a waste of money. My room was just sort of a place where my bed was and a place to sleep. Although I have it like decorated, before I was just like, I don't have enough money to buy candles, so I don't want to buy candles because then I'll have to buy them again when they run out. And now I'm like, I live here. Like, this is the place where I spend most of my time. Like, if I want to have a good headspace, I should reflect that into my room. So I got these candles and stuff, and I've been enjoying just creating like a peaceful area for me, which also brings sort of a peaceful area to my mind. My boyfriend actually did the same. I was around his house and he redid his entire room, and although the absolute stress of trying to get that all done in one day, like completely tear out the room and redo the whole thing, was so stressful, but once it was done, it was like a clean slate on his brain. And before, he was feeling so like cloudy in his head. He was like, I gotta move out. I can't live here. I can't do this. I can't move. I can't earn money. I can't feel like I'm like progressing as a person when I'm stuck in this place. But when you kind of move things around, I think that really helps. Just like a physical thing, being stuck in your room in the way it is for like years on end, I can't even imagine. He was in his room for like 10 years. I was in mine for like 1, and I already was feeling sick of it. So I think that's a good thing, like changing things around. I feel like this economy makes you think that you're bad with money when all you've done is like buy essentials. Like, I thought I was bad with money and all I did was buy a bed. Like, I need that to sleep in. Like, I need that. And like, I just bought food, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so bad with money. I need to start saving. Like, I need that to live. Treat yourself, guys. Money will return, you know? I mean, obviously, I'm in a privileged space because I earn money off of YouTube. Obviously, no secret. I earn money at my job. I do have 3 jobs though, so it's not like I'm not working, but it is like nice to treat yourself and don't feel guilty for that. I'm going to stop feeling guilty for that because I did for so long. But this is your life, man. It's your one life. You gotta enjoy it. But I think that's pretty much it. I have some goals for next month. Next season maybe. I would like to read more. I think that comes into the idea of living a bit slower. All of my hobbies are really, really fast paced, you know. Climbing, skating. Okay, that's maybe the only 2. I'm playing music. I like play like heavy music. I want to like take time to just read. I feel like, when is the last time that I just sat down and read without a phone? I did actually finish a book the other day and I enjoyed it so much. I want to do that again this summer. I have a bunch of books that I need to read. I just never get around to it because if I'm not out doing something, I'm at home making content, filming, or doing more work. So I think I'm gonna try and do that and just take time for myself and not think about posting it and not think about, you know, sharing something, because I think there's something important in just doing something for yourself rather than with a bigger picture in mind. Like, you can think of the small picture too sometimes. Another thing that I want to do next month is travel in a van. My dad is redoing a van right now, and I'm going to put myself in the insurance and I'm going to travel and I'm going to stay in it, and I'm so excited to do that. I will definitely be doing vlogs and stuff if I do that. It should be really fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I don't know if this was interesting or not, but yeah, these are my April favorites, and thanks for watching.